What's going on, everyone? NoZoupForYou here, and got a couple things to cover today. First and foremost, some big news. The Tone and Issei are going to be coming soon at some point. They're actually going to be tested, they're in production, and you know, that's no surprise because the Tone has been around for quite a while. So I want to cover these two ships and how Wargaming says they're going to be implemented. But first, I've got some user-submitted gameplay here. Midwatch Cowboy has provided me with some awesome Alaska gameplay, and this was a really close battle. Fought a good, hard battle here that I wanted to highlight for you all. And also, you know, he's a veteran, so kind of got to help another veteran out. And to that point, not only is he a veteran, he's a Navy veteran. He's a former lieutenant commander retired, so that would be an 04 on the Army side, which is my rank, Major. So it's kind of interesting too. I think I've mentioned before, back in World War II, a lot of the skippers on Fletcher class destroyers were actually lieutenant commanders, and it just boggles my mind knowing that if World War II were today, or I was back in World War II, I might be in command of a Fletcher. Actually, I think it's kind of awesome and terrifying at the same time. But before I move on, got something else that I want to cover right now, and I need your all's help. St. Jude, a very near and dear thing to my heart. I think many of you that have followed me might remember my neighbor Allison, who had cancer a while back. She was just a child. I think she was only 3 at the time. And many of you provided donations to help her out. And just an update on her, she's doing great now. Complete remission, completely gone. And as I suspected, or as I hoped, I don't even think this is a memory for her at this point. So she is doing great right now. And again, that's because of your donations. St. Jude pitched in and helped there. So just really great work right there. But we're doing a St. Jude Trikeathon in my neighborhood, and you might be wondering what the hell a Trikeathon is for St. Jude. So I'm gonna let the local channel news tell you right now what I'm doing, and I'm actually in this video, and you can hear me. I'm one of the voices in the background talking about it. I'm the guy that talks about the workout and the calves and everything else, and you can actually see me in a blink if you miss it moment. But this is probably the best way to show you about what I'm doing on Saturday and how you can get involved by donating to St. Jude. So here's that.
Well, here at 652, we want to talk about some local dads that are finding creative ways to make it through this pandemic.
They are tricking out some big wheels and created the Drifter Dads Club. Our Millette Green working for the community this morning with details on this group, and I literally mean we're talking about big wheels here.
Yeah, I know. And trikes, big wheels, I mean, we all remember them as little kids. Well, these dads have brought them back in style. Over 5 million views on TikTok. During quarantine, they've been trying to bring a little light to their community out in Embry Mill in North Stafford. And they do it twice a week, and our photographer, Irene Johnson, caught up with them.
We were just some dads that got together during quarantine, and we were bored. We found these adult big wheels. It just kind of spiraled from there. You have to know how to be 6 years old and ride a big wheel.
How do you convince grown men to buy 3-wheel bikes?
It wasn't hard. Once you ride it once, it's a lot of fun.
Exercise and camaraderie, just hanging out with the guys. It's a good time and a good workout on the calves.
Mariah posted a video of us riding to TikTok.
Usually I get like around 250 likes on a normal TikTok. I wasn't expecting for my TikTok to hit like 5 million views and almost 1 million likes.
When it started, it was entertainment for us, but now people ask us to ride by their house.
It's insane just going down the road and seeing everybody out with their camera filming as you go by. It's weird.
You know, it's not for everybody, but I think it looks like a lot of fun for this community. Embry Mill dads, they are actually revving up for a fundraiser to benefit St. Jude's Children's Hospital. That's coming up in September. You can check out their Facebook page, EM Drift. for more information, and you can also follow them on TikTok. The one that I found for you, Aaron, is only $150 on Amazon. And in Virginia, you don't have to wear a helmet by law, but Aaron, I suggest one for you. It's been a while.
You know, if I take a spill on that thing, you're right. I would need a little extra protection.
It is so low to the ground, you'd be fine.
It's been a while since I've ridden anything like that. All right, Millette,
and there you have it. That's the local news in the D.C. region area about what me and a group of dads are doing in my neighborhood. We're doing a Trikeathon. We're all going to be riding for St. Jude's. It's a great cause. And again, I'm going to ask you if you would like, you know, I would love you all to donate to this wonderful, wonderful cause. I put a link in the description of this video. Go to the link, donate. Our goal is $5,000. And, you know, I saw that and I was just thinking, and I'm like, you know what? I bet my followers could donate $5,000 alone. And I think that would be awesome if we were able to pull that off as a community and, you know, basically show up anything the other dads in the group are going to do. If not, that's okay, because, again, any single dollar helps, again, goes to a great cause, goes to combating child cancer and St. Jude. St. Jude's does some great stuff, and I can attest to that because of what they did for my neighbor. And those of you that have been following me for several years probably remember this. And, you know, again, just a very good success story right there. Allison was a fighter, and she beat it, and she had St. Jude by her side. She had some great people. She had some of you all donating to help her family out. And, again, I really, really, really appreciate that. I can't thank you enough. So if you want to donate to this, I would really love it. I'd appreciate it. I think it'd be a great thing. And again, the goal is $5,000. Saturday's the Trikeathon, but obviously the end of the donations won't be Saturday. They'll keep on going. But I'll throw the link up on the description of this video. And please, just, you know, if you planned on donating this year at all, doing any charity, make this that charity you're going to do. Because it's really important. And it's a good cause. And I've already made a fool of myself on a bike as a dad. But those trikes are really cool. Those razors are awesome. $150, and you can do all kinds of tricks on them and slide around, and they're a lot of fun actually, and they are a good workout. So that's that. But we're gonna move on to the Issei and the Tone, and many of you who have been playing since the very beginning of World of Warships probably know that Tone has been in existence for quite a while. And one fond memory of the Tone actually belongs to my memory of Super Nico Corgi, or Nico for short. And those of you who've been around long enough probably remember him as the first, or one of the first, community contributors for World of Warships. And he got a hold of it one day and played it, and I don't think he was supposed to play it at the time, and he basically broke the game. I think it caused an entire server to shut down because of him playing it, and just the game said, whoa, this doesn't belong here. We need to get this out of here, and the entire server just got toasted. Absolutely hilarious. Still talk about it to this day, and some of you might have even been watching that, so very funny. So it's not like Tone is new to the game. It's been in existence for, I want to say, 5 years. I want to say it's been around since the closed beta, but it seems like World of Warships is now, or at least Wargaming, is very serious about getting this ship into the game, and I think that's awesome. I think it's cool because from what they've said, it sounds like these two ships are going to provide some very, very dynamic gameplay. And from what they said is each of these ships is going to have a flight of bombers on their deck. And once you launch them, you will cease to be a normal ship like you're watching right now, and you will take control of these bombers like you're an aircraft carrier. And your gameplay reverts over to the aircraft. Now, you won't have control of your ship at that time, but you can set a manual course on your ship. Now, I can see some pretty cool aspects to this. Oh, and another thing they mentioned, you won't be able to use your consumables will not be automatically used either. So, if you catch fire or something happens, you're going to have to send your squadron back home, and you're going to have to hit your consumable. But I can see some really, really cool things about this ship, or these ships actually, because Issei is involved as well. And I just think it's one of those things where if you can stay alive a very long time, the longer you last in game, the more dangerous you are and the more valuable you are. Kind of like an aircraft carrier, but you have so much more power than an aircraft carrier because, again, you have guns that actually hurt. And I can just envision, it's late round, the score's very close, your team's winning, but you got to run, everybody's coming after you, and usually that's a tough situation. But now if someone's chasing you close by, or you got a destroyer chasing you down, you can launch these planes off your back, fly out, and you can do some pretty potent attacks. And I can't recall if they said that these were going to be actually HE or AP bombers, but either way, either way, they're going to do damage. And I don't know. I'm ready for something like this in the game. I think it's intriguing. It adds something very, very cool to the game that many players have wanted. I know lots of you have been asking, Tone when? And, well, it seems like, I don't want to say soon, but it seems like they're at least, or it is at least coming, along with the Issei as well. So that's some exciting news right there. And once again, it shows that Wargaming is very committed to World of Warships and furthering the player experience in World of Warships. And I know sometimes some of you do give World of Warships and Wargaming a hard time, but they really are pumping out content, and they continue to. And for a game that's as old as it is, we're talking 5+ years now. That's kind of exciting, and it's kind of refreshing, and at least makes me optimistic that we're still getting this great content. We're still getting new stuff. Now, granted, some of it's not the new stuff I'd like to see. I definitely want more game modes, but rank sprints in there, and I guess you can technically call that a new game mode. But yeah, Issei and Tone announced will be in testing, and as soon as I know anything more about them, I am definitely going to let you all know more, because I do know that a lot of you are very interested in these ships, and I like seeing new Japanese ships as well. I feel like, I have a strong connection to them in the USN, just because those are the first two lines we had, and for the longest time. And these are two ships that have been around in, well, at least Tone has, for a long time. It's been kind of in, we'll call it developer hell, which is a widely used term. And I can only imagine someone in there just like, hey, we need to get Tone going. Let's put it off till next year. Let's get Tone going. We'll put it off another year. Well, finally it's happening. And you can see this round right now. Looks like Mr. Midwatch Cowboy is cruising towards a victory right now. They're up 800 points to 400. They've got a sizable ship lead right now. And he himself has had a pretty decent round. 160,000 damage so far, which, that's not bad at all. So, again, I wanted to show this just because he reached out to me, and I saw him. Lieutenant Commander retired, and I did ask if he was surface warfare, and I don't recall hearing back. It's a big navy, and he might not necessarily have been on ships. There's a multitude of jobs they do, and some of them aren't even sea-based. So, it's highly possible he did something else, but being an officer, it's highly possible he was surface warfare. So maybe he'll get back to me, and if he wants to tell his story, if you're watching, you are more than welcome to. I'd love to, if you think your military career story is exciting enough to provide to individuals, we can do that. I know I talked to Jingles a while back about his military career, and we had a really great time talking about some of the things that happened during his career. So, always love showcasing vets, and I might be a little biased being one myself and still being in serving, and Heaven's Jew. That's that's an interesting name, right? I just saw that come across my screen and had to laugh. I don't know. Some of the names in this game crack me up. They're going to win this game, though, rather easily. And he has survived with fairly low health. He's not going to end with 177,777. Would have been cool if he did, but he's going to get a couple more points here. He's going to come wrap around the side here, nail this Donskoy. This round is in its waning moments, and just want to take the time to thank you all, and thank you all who plan on donating again to the St. Jude's Trikeathon. You guys rock. Y'all never let me down. Really, you guys are great. I've got some great followers. I really do, and I do appreciate it. And again, get these videos in. And one last thing, NoZoupForYou@gmail.com. I can't guarantee that I'm going to get to all your videos. I just can't. I don't have the time. But I do want to open up the mailbag again. So if you have any questions, feel free to submit them to that address. They can be anything you want. They can be personal to a degree. I'll answer them if I feel they're something that I feel like answering. And there's the high caliber destroyed, and that's the game. Or you can ask me game related questions. Doesn't matter. You know, guys, thanks for watching. Take it easy. Hope y'all are doing great. Zoop out.